Now this is a typical tree that's been felled by a beaver. It's on the medium to large size. It's a willow down here at Knapdale. Beavers are completely vegetarian, don't eat any type of meat or fish at all. It's a big misconception that beavers eat fish. They have a totally herbivorous diet. One of the things they're famous for is felling trees such as this. And they're felling the tree because what they want is the leaves and the bark and the buds off it. They don't actually eat the wood, and actually if you look around you can see there's various bits of wood chip that are lying here on the ground because the beavers have chewed them out and spat them on the ground. And they've already started stripping some of the bark off. This tree was felled a few months ago now, and the bark where it is exposed has started to become darker and mottled. And if we zoom right in and have a close look at the where the beavers have been working, I'll use a prop here that I've got with us to explain that the characteristic sign of a beaver felling on a tree is these double grooved marks all around. You can see the stump comes into a sort of a pencil shape with lots of grooves working around it as the beavers angle their head and their mouth and use their big teeth to chisel away at the wood and create these big grooves. And actually here I've got with us a beaver skull. And if we have a close look at it, you can see the very big incisor teeth, both top and bottom, which are really the tools of the beaver's trade. If we turn the skull to the side, those incisor teeth go way back into the jaw here, and like all rodents, they're unrooted, so they continuously grow through the beaver's life. And they're only checked by the beaver gnawing on wood and sharpening their edge. If a beaver can't eat, its teeth grow into each other. And if we see that the chisel-like marks from the incisors match up with the chisel-like marks on the tree. So powered by big jaw muscles, the beavers strip off bark first, then wood, spit in the wood to the side and strip then to expose the tree to a point where gravity or wind it'll fall over, and then the animal can get to the rest of the tree. Now, like many trees, this tree is actually hung up on its neighbouring trees around it and branches, so it's still angled on the ground. So the beaver seems to have left this tree for now. And the final thing that's important with the trees that beavers fell is the fact that the beaver hasn't killed this tree. This tree has evolved to deal with animals like the beaver feeding on it, so therefore it sends out buds, it regenerates from the base again. And depending on whether there's much deer or livestock in this area, this tree will actually turn into a multi-stemmed bush again in the future, given the opportunity. It's too early to see it, but come the springtime, in another couple of months, buds will start to appear around the base of this willow and it will regenerate again over time. So one of the important things about the beaver is that by felling trees, beavers create and change the habitat that they're in. This beaver felling has opened up a big gap in the canopy in a very dense area of young woodland here, and has created a hole and different conditions for other forms of wildlife to exist in. A key thing behind the story of the beaver.